Hi everyone, welcome back for another dataset. So this is a supplementary DM dataset. So you remember yesterday we have a DM dataset. I mean, day before yesterday we have discussed about DM dataset, right? And in that we have one variable. Let me open the DM dataset raw dataset first, and maybe you can have a better understanding. Okay. Okay, let me explain you this. This is the similar pattern how we did with the EX and DM datasets. We will be having the header part here with a name and other, and I'm gonna use the similar raw datasets here now. And this is supplementary DM dataset, Suppdm dataset. That is the final output. We will be having the name, and there would be no macros used in this particular program, and there are modification history. So we have in the date, month format, year format. So we have a first name and last name, and description in case if we have any modified in the if you modified this program. Okay, let me remove all these data sets, whatever the presents are here. We can remove these things. So let me remove by just pressing the control enter. So it will remove all of them. And if you want to clear this console, and you just put control L. Okay, let me write this one here so you have better understand. So to execute, to execute, you should use control plus enter. To clear console, you have to use control plus L. Okay, so these two commands, if you are using the Mac, you have to use command operator, like command press. You have to press the command button. Okay, I'm not sure what to call command key command key. Okay, so this is the one you have to use it. So I have removed this one, and let's read all these libraries which we already discussed: Haven, tidyverse, deployer, date, and admiral. Then we have to put set for working directory. So this is our working directory. So we will be having that clinical. So this course, I mean, yeah, this one we are keeping as an environment. Okay, so here this is the environment, and if you want to check what is the working directory right now, you have to use the get working directory. So this is the working directory we are having here. Then we have to set for the path raw path dates, because there is a data sets, raw data sets are available, so you need to import them into the R environment. So here we have SAS7B dat, and if you want to read this one into as a R environment, you have to use the function called read.sas. So let me run this one first. Okay, so the DM part. So here we get the DM. This is the demo raw, that is the raw data set, and this is the name of the data set we are going to create, and this is the assignment operator. So assignment operators. So this is the symbol represent assignment. So whatever the left side, either you can keep it like this as well, in case if you want, like, just to be precise understanding. So if you keep it like that, it will also work the similar thing. So right, it will also have the same thing, so it doesn't matter. So make sure the arrow should have to be in this side. Keep it back. Okay, so here I'm read. So I will show you that this demographic data sets, I mean raw data sets. So here we have one variable, ethnic OT. So there is a one record that has other. So that is the one we are drafting into the supplementary DM right now. Okay. So let me explain you what are the supplementary DM datasets. So for example, when you go to the IG implementation guidelines, you have a section called supplementary qualifiers. This is sub datasets. So this is one record per ID var val, and QNAM val per subject. So either we'll be having multiple records for one subject based on the ID var and ID var. So it will be having a few variables. So you need to be derived based on supplementary as well as in the specification mentioned in the SDTM. So this is the specification. So they have almost like 10 variables to create, and they are programming derivations. Okay, so we need to have this is the standardized format, standardized variable we have to be create for the supplementary qualifiers. So basically here we have variable and variable label and the characters. So you will have a series nodes, and there are some core related variable information. So either you'll be having the required, expected, and required. So this stuff. Okay, just go through that one, understanding the general pattern. What is the what is the main significant of using these supplementary qualifiers. Okay, so to be precise, if there is no standardized variables allotted for the variables which is not present in the SDTM DM dataset. For example, here is a DM we're talking about, right? So we will be collected in the supplementary qualifiers. So that no information has to be lost. So they have to somewhere some has to be documented in particular manner that it has to be precisely recollected, to use in the reporting as well. So let's continue with the supplementary DM programming. So here is I'm creating the Suppdm dataset, and this is a assignment operator, and we have a DM dataset. So this is the one, and as I mentioned, the pipe symbol. This is a pipe symbol. You can use Control Shift M as a shortcut. So this is a pipe symbol. You just continue the other process next to it, and here we have a filter. This is similar works like where conditions. So we are filtering ETHOT not equal to missing. So we are getting that particular record, which whatever we have it here. So we are getting this one. So the remaining one we won't get in this dataset Suppdm. So we have a study ID. The study ID will be having the similar how we derive here, right? So study ID set to 009.01. So that is I'm also considering from so directly from DM datasets, right? So here is the study. So this part. Then we have a domain DM dataset. My domain is control type measure 2 characters observation. So 2 characters observation. So let me go to the spec. So set to DM. So this is also set to DM. So we don't need to change anything right now. So we're gonna keep it as a DM and the comma here. So make sure you don't forget your inundations. Or, I mean, how do you say? So these are the punctuation marks, the comma. So make sure you have to keep it exactly how it represents. I guess it is kind of working as a SQL, but remember the R is more case sensitive. So you should have to be careful when you are mapping that variable, because if it is small study is here is a capital letters, right? So you have to keep it as a capital letter. If it is given in the small letters, it won't you throw an error because the study ID won't, you don't find that part. So make sure you should have the case is very important to be here part. Then we have a subject ID. Okay, so the trim ws function will be considered as strip functions in SAS. So we'll be using the same thing, and site will be the site. Okay, so there is a two subject ID and the site. Let me check the site. So the site will be having here. Then unique subject ID is a concatenate of study ID, site ID, subject ID. So this is the page 0 functions. The page 0 functions in the R, it works as similar like concatenation in SAS. Okay, so then our domain is a relation domains. So this is when you go to here, our domain is related domain abbreviation. So it is a similar like a domain control terminology. So you'll be having the same thing here, DM. And ID var I'll keep it as missing right now because there is no information for that now, because this is having only one individual record. If we have a multiple record, then we have to use, this is when we combining with ADSL. Then we have DM dataset. When we're creating the ADSL dataset, when we're combining with the DM, then we have to create a sequence if you have multiple records. But for now we don't have that information, so we can keep it as a missing. So the name of the qualifier is a race. So race OTH, because remember when we consider in the when we're doing the DM dataset, we took this information as a I'm sorry, we took information these ones. Where is it? ETH, we consider this information into the race variable, right? So this is the extra race other. So race other, and the label should be given as a race other. So you just, when you assigning any string to the particular variables, it always have to be in the apostrophes. Okay, so race other. Then we have a value. So I'm giving the directly to that value ETHOT, that is the variable, and I am just keeping into this part. And then after we continue with origin is coming from the CRF. So let me check the Q origin. So the Q origin is assigned, so there's no information, but I keep it now for as a CRF. Eval is evaluator is investigator, so he's the one investigator. So right, investigator, the person who done the investigation, that person name is mapped with Q evaluations. Okay, and then there is a pipe symbol here. Then we select what are the variables we required as per the specifications. So we have selected all of them. So let me run this one first. Suppdm. So there is 1 observations and 10 variables we have selected. So this is the one we have race other, and this has the white is the main value, and who evaluated this particular record. So that person name and id var is coming as a missing. Okay, so then we apply the labels. So we apply, so this one you can do like this part, instead of you just copy and pasting, instead of writing individual, you can do in Excel part itself. Let me show you Excel. So here we have study ID, so you can use concatenate function in the Excel. Then we have to select this B2, then comma, then we select the punctuation mark, commas, then you like just drag it thing. Okay, so now you select this part, you select it and you paste it here, right? Paste here and make sure the last one, the last variable now, so there should be no comma because there is no other. So make sure you have to careful with that one. So once you run, there is no error here. And you do the similar thing with the other one. So study ID, so you can concatenate with the B2 is the study ID. Then you have a apostrophe or equal symbol, and you do the similar thing, and you just drag it to the bottom, right? So you copy this part and you paste it here, right? Okay, there's something wrong. Wait. Okay, so I have set up this one. So when you set up this one, you see there is end of there is a comma symbol. You have to remove that part. Okay, so let me run this one. So there is no errors are here. Then we have to apply this label to the variable. So you have to call that HMIC C package. Call this one and we apply update. So this one should have to be in capital letters. So Suppdm, then vars label. So this one we have to get the whatever the vars labels are here. We apply it for the labels option here. So run this one. So we have Suppdm right now. So total we have study identifiers. You have the labels are applied. Okay, then we have save it as a RDS format. So it will go save here in this one. So we copy this one and we save it here in the supplemented DA dataset. I hope you understand. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. And if you need any help, just make a comment. Thank you.